The Galactic Union chamber was silent. Hundreds of alien leaders sat in a wide circle, their eyes fixed on the floating screen at the center. On it was a single word: humans. To many in the room, the word caused discomfort. To some, fear. Humans were not the strongest species. They were not the fastest. They did not have natural armor or claws, yet wherever humans fought, wars ended in ruin. Not for humans. For everyone else. They refused to surrender, said a tall, insect-like commander. Even when defeat is certain. They adapt too fast, another voice added. Every time we counter them, they change. The Union had tried laws, sanctions, isolation. Nothing worked. So they chose something ancient. Something final. Release the hunter, the High Arbiter said. The room froze. Even veteran warlords shifted in fear. The hunter was not a machine. It was not a soldier. It was a living extinction event, created long before the Union existed. The hunter was grown from ancient predators that once ruled entire star systems. It was trained to hunt intelligent life. Its mind learned fear, tactics, and deception. It had wiped out 7 civilizations. None survived. The High Arbiter continued calmly. Humans rely on courage, unity, and hope. The hunter breaks all 3. No vote was taken. There was no need. On the edge of human space, the colony world Rathus 9 rotated quietly. It was not a military planet. It had farms, cities, families. Children watched the sky from open fields. Then the sky tore open. A black shape fell through the clouds like a burning spear. No warning, no signal. Just impact. The ground shook for miles. Buildings cracked. People screamed. Deep inside the crater, something moved. Something alive. Within minutes, communication towers went dark. Satellites lost contact one by one. The planet's defense network failed without firing a single shot. From orbit, the Galactic Union fleet observed in silence. The hunt has begun, one commander said. On Rathus 9, humans reacted differently than expected. There was panic, but not chaos. Emergency sirens howled. Civilians were moved underground. Local defense forces mobilized fast. Captain Elias Rowan stood in a command bunker, watching damaged feeds flicker on the screen. What are we dealing with? Someone asked. Rowan did not answer immediately. He watched a frozen image, a patrol team gone in seconds. The camera caught only a blur, claws, and darkness. Finally, he spoke. Something designed to kill us. Can we stop it? Rowan's jaw tightened. I don't know, he said. But we're going to learn. The hunter moved at night. It watched from shadows. It listened. It waited. When it attacked, it did so perfectly. Human weapons barely slowed it. Armor meant nothing. It learned quickly. Too quickly. Alien commanders nodded in satisfaction. Human resistance is collapsing, one said. But they were wrong. What they saw as retreat was something else. Humans were observing. Each survivor reported details. Sound patterns, heat traces, movement habits. Human scientists worked without sleep. Engineers rewired old systems. Civilians volunteered. The hunter noticed something strange. Humans looked afraid. But their fear did not weaken them. It sharpened them. On the 3rd night, the hunter stood atop a ruined tower, scanning the city below. It sensed movement, but no attack. No panic, just preparation. Far below, in dark tunnels and broken streets, humans were setting traps. Not fancy ones. Not elegant. Practical ones. Dirty ones. The hunter tilted its head. For the first time in centuries, it felt something unfamiliar. Uncertainty. From orbit, an alien commander frowned. Why aren't they running? The High Arbiter watched silently. On Rathus 9, Captain Rowan looked at his team. We don't beat it with strength, he said. We beat it by surviving. Outside, the hunter began moving again. And the real hunt was about to begin. The hunter began to move before sunrise. It did not rush. It did not chase noise or lights. It hunted patterns. From the shadows of the ruined city, it watched human movement. Emergency teams followed routes. Soldiers guarded the same streets. Drones flew predictable paths. The hunter learned all of it. Then it struck. A human patrol disappeared in less than 10 seconds. The ground cameras caught nothing clear, only a sudden blur, a flash of claws, and then silence. Another team rushed to help. They vanished too. Inside the command bunker, Captain Elias Rowan closed his eyes as the reports came in. 12 lost, an officer said quietly. No survivors. No screams came through the comms. Just sudden silence. The hunter never missed. From orbit, the alien commanders watched with calm interest. It adapts beautifully, one said. It targets command units first. Another nodded. Humans rely on coordination. Remove that and they fall. On their screens, red markers blinked out one by one. They believed this was already over. On the ground, humans did not agree. Captain Rowan stood over a large map table. Around him were soldiers, engineers, medics, and civilians. Everyone looked tired. Some were injured, but none had left. What do we know? Rowan asked. A scientist stepped forward. It avoids open areas. Prefers darkness. It listens more than it sees. Heat sensitive, another added. But not fully blind. Rowan nodded. Weaknesses? Silence. Then a young engineer spoke. It bleeds. Everyone looked at her. Not much, she said, but it bleeds. That was enough. The hunter attacked again that night. This time, humans were ready. They set up sound traps, old speakers, metal plates, echo devices, streets filled with noise and random patterns. The hunter paused, confused. It adjusted its hearing, chose a new path, and walked straight into a human ambush. Heavy weapons opened fire. Missiles hit the street. Fire and smoke filled the air. The hunter roared but did not fall. It leaped through the flames, killing 3 soldiers in seconds. It vanished before humans could follow, but something was different. Green blood stained the concrete. Inside the bunker, Rowan stared at the footage. It can be hurt, he said. Morale rose. Just a little. The hunter changed its behavior. It stopped attacking large groups. It stopped repeating routes. It hunted alone humans now. Messengers, engineers, medics. Anyone who moved without protection. Fear spread across Rothus 9, but humans did not stop working. They worked faster. Factories restarted old machines. Civilians built barriers. Children were moved deeper underground. Human history was full of monsters. This one was just another problem to solve. From orbit, the Galactic Union noticed delays. Why hasn't the hunter finished them? One commander asked. It is facing resistance, another replied. Impossible. Humans are not predators. The High Arbiter said nothing. Leaned closer to the screen. It saw something the others missed. Humans were not trying to kill the hunter quickly. They were studying it. On the 5th night, the hunter attacked a power station. It expected panic. Instead, the lights went out on purpose. The entire district went dark. Then the ground exploded. A massive trap triggered under the hunter's feet. Concrete collapsed. The creature fell into a deep pit filled with fire and metal spikes. It screamed. Human soldiers watched from a safe distance. Smoke rose into the night sky. We got it, someone whispered. Then the hunter climbed out. Burned, wounded, alive. It killed everyone who was too close. But it ran afterward. Not chased. Running. Deep in the ruins, the hunter hid. Its body healed slowly. Its mind raced. Something was wrong. These humans did not behave like prey. They accepted loss. They changed plans. They worked together even when afraid. The hunter had never faced this. It remembered ancient worlds that screamed and begged. Humans did neither. For the first time, the hunter felt something close to doubt. Captain Rowan stood before his team again. We won't win head-on, he said. So we won't fight head-on. He pointed at the map. We turned the planet into a trap. Outside, machines moved. Barriers rose. Tunnels were sealed and reopened in new ways. Rothus 9 was no longer a city. It was bait. And the hunter was still hunting. But now, humans were hunting back. Rothus 9 no longer looked like a city. From above, streets were broken. Buildings collapsed and power zones went dark in strange patterns. To the hunter, it looked like humans were losing control. That was exactly what humans wanted it to see. Captain Elias Rowan walked through an underground tunnel filled with quiet movement. Soldiers passed supplies by hand. Engineers checked wires. Civilians worked beside them without complaint. No one spoke loudly. The city itself had become a weapon. The hunter watched from a ruined tower. Its senses told it the humans were scared. Heart rates were high. Breathing was fast. That was normal. But beneath the fear, there was something else. Order. The hunter could not understand that. It decided to strike hard and fast to break human morale in one blow. It followed false signals into the old industrial sector. Abandoned factories, rusted machines, narrow corridors. Perfect hunting ground. The hunter entered the first building. Nothing. No soldiers. No machines, no sound. It moved deeper. Then the floor shifted. Metal doors slammed shut behind it. Lights flashed once, then darkness. The hunter attacked instantly, claws tearing into walls. Too late. The air filled with smoke. Not poison, not fire. Dust. Fine human-made dust that clogged sensors and burned lungs. The hunter roared and charged forward. And fell. The floor collapsed under its weight. Far below, the hunter crashed into a deep chamber. Human spotlights turned on. For the first time, humans saw it clearly. It was massive, scarred, covered in old battle marks. A monster made to end worlds. Human soldiers watched from behind thick shields. Hold, Rowan said calmly over the comm. The hunter charged at the nearest wall. Explosions followed. The chamber shook but held. The hunter slammed again and again. Its movement slowed. Blood dripped onto the metal floor. Humans were not attacking it. They were waiting. From orbit, alien commanders leaned forward. "What is happening?" one demanded. The High Arbiter narrowed its eyes. "They are testing it," the Arbiter said. "Just like it tests prey." Unease spread through the chamber. This was not how extinction weapons were supposed to be treated. Inside the trap, the hunter sensed danger. Not immediate death. Something worse. Control. It leaped upward, climbing walls with broken claws. It forced open a side passage and escaped just as the chamber flooded with fire. The hunter burst back into the city, wounded but alive. Human cheers echoed briefly. Then Rowan raised his hand. "We're not done," he said. The hunter changed strategy. It stopped chasing signals. It stopped following traps. Instead, it waited. It watched human behavior again. That was when it noticed something new. Humans were leaving paths open. Clear streets, unblocked tunnels. Easy routes, too easy. The hunter smiled in its own way. It followed one. The path led into the old transport tunnels under the city. Long, narrow, quiet. The hunter moved quickly, confident again. Halfway through, the walls vibrated. Steel gates slammed down at both ends. The tunnel filled with light. Humans appeared behind reinforced glass. Rowan's voice echoed through speakers. "You're good," he said calmly. "But you're not perfect." The hunter attacked the barrier. Cracks formed. Then the tunnel flooded. Water rushed in from hidden channels. The current was strong. The hunter struggled to keep balance. Electric charge surged through the water. The hunter screamed. The alien fleet erupted in noise. "They are torturing it! This is inefficient!" The High Arbiter remained silent. Its hands trembled slightly. The hunter survived again. Barely. It broke through the tunnel wall and escaped into the lower ruins, but now it limped. Its breathing was heavy. Its reaction slower. For the first time in its existence, the hunter was not in control. Deep underground, Rowan spoke to his team. "We don't need to kill it yet," he said. "We need it tired." A soldier frowned. "What if it adapts?" Rowan nodded. "It will." He smiled grimly. "But so will we." The hunter hid among broken structures. It replayed every fight in its mind. Humans had patterns, but they changed them on purpose. They sacrificed ground to gain time. They used weakness as bait. The hunter understood now. Humans were not prey. They were planners. And they were patient. Above the ruins, machines moved quietly into final positions. The city tightened like a closing fist. The hunter stepped forward again, wounded but angry. It believed it could still win. It was wrong. Because the next trap was not meant to slow it. It was meant to break it. The hunter no longer moved with confidence. Each step through the ruins of Rothis 9 was careful now. Its body was damaged, its skin burned, and its muscles ached in ways it had never felt before. Pain was new. Pain was dangerous. The hunter had always ended wars quickly. Fast kills. Broken enemies, fear. Humans refused to break. From orbit, the Galactic Union fleet grew restless. "This should not be happening," a commander said. "It has never struggled like this." The High Arbiter watched the damaged feeds in silence. "Humans are not fighting it," the Arbiter said slowly. "They are exhausting it." No one replied. On the ground, Captain Elias Rowan stood inside a mobile command unit. He studied live maps, heat signatures, and old paper notes spread across the table. "Status?" he asked. A technician answered. "Energy levels dropping. Reaction time slower. Healing rate reduced." Rowan nodded. "Good," he said. "We keep the pressure on." Humans stopped attacking in groups. Instead, they used distance. Small teams appeared, fired once, and vanished. Traps activated but never in the same way twice. Lights flashed, then failed. Noise came from empty places. The hunter chased shadows. Every time it moved, humans learned more. Every time it fought, it lost energy. The hunter tried to rest. Humans denied it. Drones buzzed overhead all night. Sirens sounded for seconds, then stopped. Explosions happened far away, just close enough to keep the hunter alert. Sleep never came. The hunter's thoughts slowed. Anger grew. From the alien fleet, concern turned into fear. If the hunter fails, one whispered. What does that mean? No one answered. The hunter attacked a human shelter in rage. It broke through walls, killing defenders with brutal speed. But the shelter was empty. Food was gone. Power systems removed. Only one message remained, burned into metal. Keep moving. The hunter roared and tore the wall apart. Humans watched from miles away. Rowan lowered his binoculars. It's desperate, he said. Humans began cutting off resources. Water systems were drained. Food storage destroyed. Chemical traps poisoned the air around resting zones. The hunter had always relied on hunting others. Now there was nothing left to hunt. The creature tried a final change. It stopped attacking. It waited. 2 full days passed. No human contact. No traps. No noise. The hunter stood still inside a ruined stadium, sensing for movement. Its breathing slowed. Then the ground beneath it vibrated. Massive machines emerged from the ruins, pushing walls inward. The open space vanished. Fire poured from vents. Smoke filled the air. The hunter charged. Human artillery struck from all sides. Not to kill. To contain? Captain Rowan's voice was calm. Phase final begins now. From orbit, the High Arbiter stood. Recall the hunter, it ordered. It's too late, a technician said quietly. No response. The Arbiter's eyes widened. For the first time in centuries, it felt fear. The hunter broke free again. Barely. It fled toward the mountains outside the city. Humans followed slowly, not chasing. Guiding! The hunter did not realize it. At the mountain pass, night fell. Cold air, narrow paths. The hunter climbed, bleeding, tired, furious. It sensed one human ahead. Just one. Easy kill. It charged. The human did not run. Captain Rowan stood still. In his hand was a small device. This ends now, Rowan said quietly. He pressed the switch. The mountains answered. An avalanche roared down the pass. Rock, ice, and fire crashed together. The hunter disappeared beneath the collapse. Silence followed. From orbit, the alien fleet watched sensors drop to 0. One commander whispered, Is it dead? The High Arbiter stared at the screen. No, it said. Humans wouldn't end it that cleanly. Deep beneath the rubble, something moved. The hunter still lived. But it was broken, and humans were already preparing the final lesson. The hunter broke free again. Barely. It fled toward the mountains outside the city. Humans followed slowly, not chasing. Guiding! The hunter did not realize it. At the mountain pass, night fell. Cold air, narrow paths. The hunter climbed, bleeding, tired, furious. It sensed one human ahead. Just one. Easy kill. It charged. The human did not run. Captain Rowan stood still. In his hand was a small device. This ends now, Rowan said quietly. He pressed the switch. The mountains answered. An avalanche roared down the pass. Rock, ice, and fire crashed together. The hunter disappeared beneath the collapse. Silence followed. From orbit, the alien fleet watched sensors drop to 0. One commander whispered, Is it dead? The High Arbiter stared at the screen. No, it said. Humans wouldn't end it that cleanly. Deep beneath the rubble, something moved. The hunter still lived. But it was broken, and humans were already preparing the final lesson. The mountain pass was silent. Snow and broken stone covered everything. Smoke drifted slowly into the cold night air. Sensors showed almost nothing moving beneath the rubble. Almost. Deep below, the hunter opened one eye. Its body was crushed, twisted at impossible angles. One arm was gone. Its breathing was shallow and painful. Every movement sent waves of agony through its system. But it lived. It had survived worse. It began to dig. From orbit, the Galactic Union fleet argued loudly. We must retrieve it. It cannot fall to humans. This is a disaster. The High Arbiter raised one hand. Be silent, it said. The Arbiter watched a single feed showing faint movement under the mountain. It still lives, the Arbiter whispered. On the ground, humans already knew. Captain Elias Rowan, stood with a small group on a ridge overlooking the destroyed pass. Snow fell softly around them. "He's alive," the soldier said. Rowan nodded. "We planned for that." Humans did not rush in. They sealed the area. Heavy machines dropped into place, locking the mountain from all sides. Heat sensors tracked every small movement below. The hunter dug for hours, then days. Each meter took effort. Its body could not heal anymore. Energy was gone. Food was gone. Hope was gone. The hunter finally broke through the surface at night. It dragged itself into the open, weak and shaking. Human lights turned on all at once. Surrounding the pass were hundreds of humans. Not soldiers alone. Engineers, medics, civilians, all standing silently. The hunter tried to rise. It failed. From orbit, alien commanders stared in disbelief. "They're not killing it," one said. "What are they doing?" another asked. The High Arbiter already knew. "They are ending the myth," it said. Captain Rowan stepped forward alone. "You were sent to break us," he said calmly. "To make us afraid." The hunter growled, trying to stand. Rowan did not move. "You failed," Rowan continued. "Not because you were weak, but because you fought us like prey." He held up a small device. "A human recorder." "This is for the galaxy," Rowan said. The hunter understood one final truth. Humans did not need to rush. Time itself was their weapon. The temperature dropped suddenly. Human machines activated around the pass. Cold intensified. Ice formed on the hunter's broken body. Its system slowed. Its breathing stopped. No final roar. No last charge. Just silence. The deadliest hunter in the galaxy died without a battle. Not from strength, but from human patience. From orbit, alarms sounded. The hunter's signal vanished completely. A technician turned slowly to the High Arbiter. "It's over." The Arbiter closed its eyes. "They did not just kill it," the Arbiter said. "They proved something." On the mountain, humans turned away. No cheering. No celebration. Just quiet relief. Rowan looked at the frozen body one last time. "Message ready?" he asked. "Yes, sir," someone replied. "Send it." Across the galaxy, every major channel lit up. One image appeared. The frozen corpse of the hunter. Then a short human message. "It hunted us. We endured." Alien worlds went silent. Fleets stood down. Weapons powered off. The galaxy remembered the name of Rathus 9 and the species that refused to break. The galaxy did not sleep that day. Every major network replayed the same image again and again. The hunter. Frozen, broken, dead. A creature that had erased civilizations, ended on a quiet human mountain. No dramatic victory speech. No celebration. Just proof. Inside the Galactic Union chamber, silence ruled. Leaders who once spoke loudly now avoided each other's eyes. Military commanders sat stiff and pale. The High Arbiter stood alone at the center. "We released our deadliest weapon," it said slowly. "And it never survived." No one argued. Analysts spoke next. Humans did not defeat it with superior weapons. They did not overpower it. They did not rush. They paused. They endured. That word echoed through the chamber. Endured. On Rathus 9, life began to return. Lights came back on. Water flowed again. Children stepped outside for the first time in weeks. The city was damaged, but alive. Captain Elias Rowan walked through the ruins, speaking quietly with workers and soldiers. No one treated him like a hero. That was human nature. Survival mattered more than praise. Message arrived from orbit. The Galactic Union requested communication. Many humans expected threats. None came. The High Arbiter appeared on screen looking older than before. "Humans of Rathus 9, it said. "You were tested." Rowan stood calmly. "You sent a monster," Rowan replied. "That was your choice." The Arbiter lowered its head slightly. "Yes," it said. "And we were wrong." Across the galaxy, the broadcast continued. "For centuries," the Arbiter said, "we believed strength was measured in destruction." It paused. Humans taught us something else. Silence followed. Then the Arbiter spoke the words no one expected. "We apologize." Shock rippled through alien space. An apology from the Galactic Union was unheard of. But the message was not finished. "To all species," the Arbiter announced, "let this stand as law. No extinction weapons shall ever be used against humanity." A murmur spread. "And more than that," it continued, "no species will ever again be tested the way humans were tested." The screen shifted. The image of the hunter faded. replaced by the ruins of Rothus 9. Still standing. On the human side, no cheers erupted. Rowan simply nodded. Good, he said. Later that night, Rowan recorded a final message. Not for the Union. For everyone. Humans are not perfect, he said calmly. We are afraid. We get tired. We lose people. He looked directly into the camera. But we don't stop. The message spread faster than any weapon. Across alien worlds, military schools changed doctrine. Strategists rewrote simulations. One new rule appeared everywhere. Never corner humans. Years later, the story of the hunter became legend. Young alien cadets studied it in silence. A single line was written beneath every report. Humans are not the strongest species. They are the ones who survive. On Rothus 9, a small monument was built. No statues. No weapons. Just simple words carved into stone. We endured. And across the galaxy, whenever someone suggested using fear to control humanity, the answer was always the same. Remember the hunter. Because it was not humans who became legends that day. It was the monster that learned, too late. What happens when you hunt humans?